As you can see from this chart, Sonic is setting up for a big move to the upside. Is this finally the pattern which can return this token back to that 99-cent, $1 mark? Loads going on in the charts. I'm going to break down the technical analysis in this video, share my price target, share the key levels in the charts which I'm watching for, plus a lot more. If you like this type of content, smash up likes. Do not forget to subscribe. If you want to trade Sonic, you can do so using BITUNIX, a non-KYC exchange. Link is in the description, and you're going to get 20% rebate on however much you deposit. So you deposit 100, you're getting 20 bucks in a trading bonus. Check it out. Link is in the description. Now let's get straight into this chart, guys. You can see here Sonic moving powerfully, close to 10% on the day, on a day where Bitcoin is moving 2.5%. But more important than that, we really needed this bounce. This is the 4-hourly chart I'm presenting to you right now. And you can see we managed to form a nice W pattern here off the trend line, a diagonal version, right? Coming off that line, we really needed that bounce. We didn't want to lose this structure and break to the downside. We managed to get that pump coming in, and this is really important. Now, are we in the all clear? No. I'm going to share with you the key levels we have to reclaim if we want hope of getting back to $1 here on Sonic. Of course, at the time of recording, the Sonic Vienna Summit is continuing to go on. I was with the team last week in Dubai at Token 2049. Those guys carried on to Vienna for their summit, which looks pretty good. I'm following the updates here on X. You can see they're announcing a lot of reasons why dApp developers would want to build on the chain, and more importantly, you can see the ecosystem truly starting to thrive. And for those of you who were around in the Phantom era, you will definitely appreciate the buzz and the noise that's going on around the Sonic space right now. Of course, if you monitor TVL, which is your total value locked metric, we've been following this for a while right now, and Sonic is really starting to pick up, which is really good. We'll come on to that in just a bit. I mean, you can clearly see it's already, notching up towards the top 10 with 121 protocols. So, we're talking about a top 11 project here in terms of total value locked, but in terms of price, you're nowhere near. And for me, that is when you get arbitrage. That is where you're buying things which are much more undervalued than other projects. Of course, factor in the tokenomics, which we've done a deep dive on before, and you know why I'm bullish on Sonic. So when we jump into the chart, what is it I see? You guys can see this is a very important pattern, right? We got to break out of this pattern. But the first battle is going to be the one which we've just won, bouncing off the bottom of trend line. Great. We avoided a breakdown. Now you look to this pivot point. You see where we're struggling just here, where we're stalling a little bit? It's the rejection from this level, right? It's the 55 to 56 cents level. We've got to get above that. I suspect we should do that as long as the market holds up. Then I want to look at this horizontal line, which is your 58-cent mark. We've got to get above here, guys. We've got to get a 4-hourly candle above this level, and then this breakout looks really promising. And the exciting thing for this breakout is the price targets are juicy. I'm just switching up to the daily chart so you can see it a little bit clearer here, but the targets start to become really nice. Your first pivot point will start to come in at 65 cents, then you've got to move up towards 83 cents, and then of course 99 cents, which we hit back towards the last third of February. So the returns to be made here are pretty impressive. I mean, if you're looking at a risk to reward, I mean, you're taking this trade here up towards, let's just say 83. Let's not even use the 99 cents mark. You're talking a 53% breakout here, loading for Sonic just on spot, right? Just on spot. I know a lot of you like to trade with leverage. You can do the math for yourselves, but here 80%, right? If you're getting up back to that 99 cents mark. And for me, 99 cents, as far as I'm concerned, of course, is not financial advice. For me, when I'm investing, it's a foregone conclusion, right? We've touched that in Feb before the tariff situation. Of course, markets have rotated risk off, and Sonic eventually started falling all the way down to kind of 37 cents, where you had a beautiful chance to buy the dip. And now we're back at 53. Market's starting to feel a little bit more confident today. Bitcoin moving up here 2.5%, which is obviously leading some of the charge here on altcoins. But in particular today, we're seeing dominance have a red candlestick, the first serious red candlestick on dominance we've seen in a while. Now, of course, you can make the argument this is just Bitcoin dominance cooling off and that Bitcoin's going to want to continue. But what I want you guys to focus on, like I've said time and time again, is focus on which coins are moving. And it's clear as day that today, when all coins have shown some, semblance of excitement, Sonic is out of the gate, right? And if your project is not out of the gate, so to speak, on these types of days, you may be holding a dud, right? You may well be holding a dud, and that's something for you to look at. So, those of you who are holding things like Sui, which is moving really nice, Ethena moving really nice, Jupiter up 8.5%, Bitcoin Cash moving 13%, Near Protocol 8%, Virtual moving 16%. Again, I traded this. Pepe up 14%. You can start looking at the projects which are moving and getting some confidence for that. Does that necessarily mean this move is just going to continue? You need the wider market support, right? It'd be silly for me, and you guys know that this whole channel is focused on not just technicals, which we can look at in deep, but it's about laddering on the fundamentals. And right now, Trump can change this. You can be a smart ass and take this trade and be like, oh, look, it's the breakout of this symmetrical triangle. We're going to go towards 99 cents. Trump will tweet and you are screwed, right? Speaking of Trump, he came out earlier today and he mentioned the following. Too late, Jerome Powell is a fool who doesn't have a clue. Other than that, I like him very much, right? So he's really, throwing shade on Jerome Powell for not cutting rates yesterday. But the reality is, how can Jerome Powell cut rates when he doesn't know the effect that the tariffs are going to have on inflation? It'll be silly for him to start cutting his rates now whilst you're walking into a tariff situation in the US. So you've got that going on. It's going to continue to weigh on markets. But what's exciting, what's fun about this market is we're ready to go. You know that this market just wants to go once risk rotates back on, once the US and Trump resolve their stuff. And I'm confident they're going to resolve their stuff. I mean, if you look at the update we got here today, which I also shared on X, make sure you're following me on X, guys, if you're not, because I share real-time TA, real-time updates on there. They've managed to struck a comprehensive deal with the UK. And this is what I spoke about a couple of weeks ago, right? We just need them to strike a few key deals with the UK, Europe, China, of course. This market is ready to U-turn, and that's what I'm expecting from this market. So let's also take a look at the EMA ribbon, guys, and you can see this is a very important bounce from the EMA ribbon. We did have this a few days ago on Thursday, the 1st of May, and then, of course, thrown back to the downside. But we need this EMA ribbon to start flipping, to start rotating, to give us a nice uptrend to the upside on the daily chart. On the 4-hourly chart, again, you can see it's starting to flippen, but we've had so much sideways activity that we really need to start climbing and get that higher high above 58. At that point, once we get above 58, then we're seriously in an uptrend. The EMA ribbon can start supporting us. The daily EMA ribbon will start supporting us as well, and things can start to look a lot more exciting. Total value locked continues to trend in the right direction. I mean, $2.2 billion in total value locked. You've got USDC bridging now on Sonic as well. You've got the Sonic Summit. You've got dApp developers building on it. If you look at the tokenomics, things look very, very nice. Let me just type in S here and let's take a look just to remind you guys who aren't familiar. Fully diluted of 1.75. Market cap is 1.5. In my opinion, still super, super cheap for a project with the experience that the Phantom Sonic team has and the community that they're building. Of course, the tech is second to none, but that's just a given nowadays in terms of layer one solutions. So there you have it, guys. That's my update on Sonic. Things are looking strong. It's out of the gates. It's got pumpability. People want to move on to Sonic. They're using it and they're not moving once they start using it. Hopefully you like this content, guys. If you like it, smash up likes. Do not forget to subscribe. Check out BITUNIX. Really does support the channel. It's an affiliate link. Doesn't make any difference to you guys, but it does support the channel. You're still going to get amazing fees and bonuses and all that good stuff. You can trade Sonic using it. No KYC, even if you're in the US. Check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.